Okay, I think I might be live. Okay, some of you guys come on and tell me if you can see me, if you can hear me. I've never gone live on YouTube before. I'm also live, I think, on Instagram. I have done Instagram, but it's been a really, really, really long time. So I'm going to wait for some feedback. Okay, can you guys hear me on Instagram? Can you see me? Is everything good? Give me a wave or a thumbs up or an emoji or something. Okay, good. I need to turn, hold on. To turn my do not disturb on. To turn my do not disturb on so my mom doesn't call me in the middle of this or something, which is very likely. Okay. Okay, good. Thank you, Heidi. She let me know. Okay. All right. So y'all start asking questions as you feel you want to, and I will answer any questions. I'm excited to hang out with you guys. I hope that you guys saw the bundle launch today. I was really, really excited about that. It was like a labor of love. It's my first one I've ever done, and it was so exciting to be a part of. And I'm really excited for you guys to see it. It's so encouraging. It's so encouraging. So we'll talk about that in a minute. Yay. Good to see you guys. I think that's Crystal, I think, and Liz. And I can't see, I only see handles on Instagram, so I don't know anyone's name on here. Love my accent. Yep, that's always the comment I get. That's funny. Okay, Northerners, I would love to know what your weather's like. We're a whopping 83 degrees today. I'm not okay. It's not okay. I'm tired of this. Tomorrow, though, we should finally feel like fall. So that's encouraging. But today it felt like it was June. So tell me where you guys live. Tell me what your weather is like right now. Would love to hear. Okay, North Carolina is experiencing the same thing. Hot, but cooling down tomorrow. That's good. Okay, Southern Indiana. Okay, I'm guessing you're, okay, 39 degrees. Yeah, oh my goodness. Oh, that would be so wonderful. I know it's not going to be wonderful for you like in December, but right now that's looking pretty good to me. Honestly, I would move probably as far north as like Pennsylvania or even farther, really, if it wasn't for my family. Our family is not in our city. They are like 3 hours away, but still it's close enough to get to if anything happens. But my husband and I have always said like we would be in the north in a heartbeat if it wasn't for our family because we both hate the heat. Hey guys. Okay, everybody's hopping on, watching from Texas, North Carolina. That's so fun. Okay, so I'm going to just start talking about the bundle. And if you guys have any questions, even if it doesn't relate to the bundle, you can drop them below and I'll try to answer them. I'm going to probably only be on for like 20 or 30 minutes. Okay. My husband just joined. Okay. Now it's going to be awkward. He's going to say something inappropriate. Okay. So the first thing I want to show you guys is, okay, I just printed it all out, but obviously it's all digital. Okay. So you can purchase it and you can just print it out whenever you want to, or you can just look at it all digitally, read it all digitally. I didn't print out everything because that would be a lot of paper. So I am going to read most of the magazine digitally, but I wanted to print out a little bit of it because it's so pretty. Jess and everyone did such a good job creating this. It's really beautiful. And it's just a lot of different articles that a bunch of us content creators created in here, geared mostly towards like family connections and growing together as a family, but also like ministering to your mama heart. And so that is always just exactly what I need. You know, we want to build our family relationships and our family connections, but we also need to grow in our, in our motherhood and in our relationship with the Lord. And so this bundle is just really going to do that for you guys. It's just so encouraging. So the magazine has a million different articles in it. This one's called Come to the Table by Sarah Ruth Owens. And some of these I've already been reading, and it's like been bringing tears to my eyes and like just been exactly what I needed to hear. Angie did one. I don't think I printed it out because I read it digitally. And it was so good. It was exactly what I'm always preaching about hospitality, how important it is for your home and for your discipleship outside the home. It's just so, so good. And then this is the one I wrote about honoring the Sabbath. This one, I really just kind of poured my heart out to you guys. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm not showing YouTube very much. I'm only showing Instagram. It's so hard because I've got two cameras. But this one really came from my heart. The Lord has been dealing with me and my husband really on the Sabbath for months. He's been dealing in my heart on the topic of rest for probably a good 2 years on different levels. So he'll teach me something about it. I'll feel like, okay, I've got this thing called rest. And then he'll like, no. I'm also going to teach you this. And then I have to learn something else about that. And so it's been just a process of learning how to like rest and how to really just lay some things down and learn to not be so productive obsessed because I can kind of be a workaholic. And so I talk a lot about that in this article, as well as kind of what we've been doing as far as our family Sabbath lately. And just to kind of summarize, I want you to read the article, so I'm not going to tell you everything. But basically, we've been really trying to make Sundays a real day of rest for our family. And sometimes it does not look like that. Sometimes there are things that have to get done, but we really are trying to be more intentional with not working, not having like checklists, not having a lot of to-dos on Sundays, because y'all know we go to church on Saturday nights. So Sunday is kind of like our Saturday where we can kind of just hang out and chill and be a family, which has been so good. But it is, it's been an adjustment to not go to church on Sundays. And it's also been really, really good for our family, especially now that we are trying to make it more of a rest day. And I say rest day, Sabbath, rest day, same thing. But we always have like a family meal. We've been doing more of a brunch lately, and that has been really good. And the kids love it because we all just love breakfast. And then we've been doing sometimes we'll watch a movie together as a family, or we'll go on a walk or a hike, or we'll play games. We just try to kind of spend some family time together. I also try to kind of get away from the kids and like I'll sit in my bedroom, or I'll sit on the back patio, and I'll just like dive deep into the Bible that day and kind of have a really deep devotion. And that's been just really good for me and for our family. So the magazine is one part of it, but there's so much more. There are videos that go along with it, and they're really good. I've already watched several of them, and they just talk more about that same topic of spending time together as a family, ways to connect as a family. One of them's on how to get your husband to lead, which I think is awesome, and I can't wait to watch that one. And then this is a part of the printables. So now I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the printables, some of the PDFs that you get with this bundle, because they're so good. Also, if you look through on Instagram, if you look through my stories, the bundle is linked there a lot. And then if you look on YouTube, it should be in the description box of this live stream already. But it's also all over my YouTube and the latest video I put up today, if you need the link for this. So I'm going to read y'all's comments in a minute. Okay. So this one is really cool. I thought it was really good. I can't remember the title of it because I didn't print out the first page, but it's a connect deck. So it's just basically like cards that you can print out that help you connect with your family. Like I was thinking of having these near our dining room table. So at nighttime, Well, I mean, at dinner time when we're eating dinner, I can just pull out one of these and I can ask them a question from it. This one says, "What's the most valuable thing you own?" And we can just have a family conversation about the most valuable thing we own. And there's a million different questions in here. There's lots and lots of them. And so I thought that was really cool. That is a great way to get kids talking. I know, especially with teens, that can be an issue trying to get them to come out of their shell and talk more. So I think that's going to be really good for our family. Another one, these are the two that I made. This is the Sabbath meal plan because that's what we do on our Sabbath. We eat. Like it's a big deal. So this is just a way you can plan out your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I always try to make some stuff ahead, whether it's like a loaf of like pumpkin bread or sourdough bread, or sometimes I'll make everything ahead of time. Like I'll make a casserole and I don't have any cooking to do at all on the Sabbath, which is awesome. But I don't always have time to do that. But I made a section right there where you can write your make ahead stuff and your grocery list. And so I'm hoping that this will be helpful for you guys. I also made a little Sabbath family activities. So just some things that you can do just to kind of get you thinking about what you can do for the Sabbath and as a family. So I put like go for a hike, make a craft together, work in the garden. You'll have to buy the bundle to hear the rest. But I gave you lots of good ideas on some things that you can do together as a family to connect on the Sabbath. Another really cool one, this was one of my favorites, is all these little tags for Christmas. Like you can cut these out, punch a hole in them, and have these cute tags for your Christmas presents. So this one says canned with love, baked with love. These are just some really cute ones that will be cute on any gift. And they had a lot of different tags. I don't think I printed them all out. These are some more of them. Okay. And then they have some Christmas coupons. These are ones you can write what you want to write that they are for on there. There was one, I guess, got taken. The kids have been looking through this and they have taken some things, I think. But there's another one that already has coupon ideas on there. No? Yeah. And that one's gone. I don't know what happened to it. They have a Christmas countdown. And then this is really cool. This is 25 Days of Kindness. And we actually already do this, which is why I printed out, because I was like, oh, this will give me some good new ideas. But we do this as part of our Christmas Advent already. Every day we pull something down off of our little Advent calendar. I have a whole blog post on this. But we pull something down off the Advent calendar, and it's usually an act of service for someone else. So it's usually something like this. Like this is one of ours. Hold the door open for someone walking in behind you. We actually have that one on ours already. So this is just a great way to get kids to realize that Christmas is not about you and getting. It's about giving to others. And so I think these are really good. There's a bunch of pages of these. So that in itself to me is like worth it. I think that is such a sweet idea. Okay. Some of this stuff I went ahead and printed out like for our homeschool. Like I said, the majority of it is like things that you can read that are really going to just encourage you in your family, encourage you in your motherhood journey, encourage you in your relationship with the Lord. There's also a lot of really cool like holistic things, which I'm really excited to dive into that. But I did want to go ahead and print off some of the stuff that I knew we would use in our homeschool. So this is a fall themed copy work, and it just has a bunch of really cool poems and things that the kids can copy into their copy work notebook for like morning time when they do their morning warm up, but they're fall themed. So I thought that was really cool because the ones that they are doing right now are not fall themed. So that will be nice to have. And then my preschooler, Amy Grace, she cannot get enough of school, which is, I'm not really used to that with my boys. So she wants to do anything and everything that I will print for her. So they had these cute little alphabet traceable things. So I just printed out this whole bundle for her, and I'm going to put it in her morning warm up because she loves to do anything like this. She loves all the tracing and anything. That girl would do school, I feel like, all day if I let her. It's wonderful. Okay. And then the last one I printed out was this Simple Studies Autumn. And this is basically handcrafts. So I thought this would be really fun to do a few of these fun little handcrafts for fall. This one is making a leaf garland. This one is making a leaf bookmark. And this one's a bird seed feeder, homemade soap. That one's really cool. I really want to try that. So anyways, I just wanted to give y'all a little sneak peek of the things that are in here because it's such a great value. And just remember, like, today only, so until probably, I guess, 9 a.m. tomorrow, you can get this bundle for $27. And then after that, I think the price is going up. And then it's also only available until November 6th. So after that, you can't buy it anymore. Okay, so just keep those things in mind and let me know if y'all have any questions on them. I'm going to go back up and see if I missed anything. Any questions? Thank you, Brittany. She said your channel is such an encouragement to me as a new homeschooling mom. God bless. Videos are so helpful. Meal planning is the best. Yes, it makes life so much more manageable. I totally agree. Even on the really, really, really busy weeks, I really try to get meal planning in because if I don't, it just makes life way more stressful for me. I know a lot of people are like, well, meal planning is stressful. Well, if you don't, it is very stressful. So if I can just have a plan, I can place my grocery order, have it all delivered, and then I have a plan. And I'm like, okay, even if life gets crazy, at least I know I have the ingredients for things. And I just try to like meal plan simpler items on the weeks that I know, simpler meals on the weeks that I know are going to be really busy. But meal planning is so important. Yeah, the advent calendar. I guess I'll talk a little bit about that. We have been doing that for probably 3 or 4 years. I can't remember when we started it. I need to go back and look on my blog post. But it's just like it's like a piece of paper that's like folded like that. And so let me show you. Reach it. So it's tiny little piece of paper like this small, but it's just folded. And so on the front, it has the day, like the like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 25. We honestly don't usually do like the 25 days of Christmas. I usually start at like maybe the anywhere between like the 5th or the 10th of the month, depending on when I want to start doing it, because it can be a lot of work. But so I have it hanging like this on a string with a clothespin. And then in the inside is just a tiny little piece of paper. And sometimes it's just, I had it all fancy when I first started and I had it like printed out, but now it's usually just me writing something. And so I just, whatever we like, so we have different things in there like bake cookies for the fire department and go see Christmas lights or watch a Christmas movie and eat s'mores or whatever. So I usually will kind of look at the week and be like, okay, when do I want to do that on what night? And then I just place the piece of paper inside that date for whenever we want to do that day, if that makes sense. So then each day the kids will pull one of these, they'll pull the number down and then they open it up and it says what we're doing that day, whether it's something fun or something we do for others. Most of them are acts of service, but there are a lot that, well, not most of them. I'd say probably half of them are acts of service. And then half of them are like fun things that I know the kids want to do, like watch Christmas movies and things like that. So that's kind of how we do Advent. It's really fun. And I love doing it that way because it really makes it really flexible. You don't feel like you're stuck. Okay, we have to go see Santa on this particular day, or we have to go take those cookies to the fireman. Like you can move the cards around inside if you need to change the date on things. All right. What age can you do the bundle for? I mean, any age. Like that copy work you saw, it's like long poems. I mean, it's probably like some of them are like long, like this long. I don't know. They're like, I would say on a middle school level because even my 5th grader, he will probably not write that whole thing in one day. So I would say elementary school to middle school, even high school. I mean, like that soap craft, high schoolers would love that. Like I feel like my nieces who are in high school would love doing that. So I feel like it really could be for any age. It just depends on what you print out, really. So, like the majority of it really is geared towards just family togetherness and growing together as a family and connecting as a family, and that is for any age. So I really don't think there's like an age on it, but I mean, some of these, like obviously you wouldn't print A is for apple out for your 12th grader. So there are things in it for every age, but it's geared more towards like the family and you growing as a woman of God and you growing as a homemaker and a homeschooler. It has things for homeschooling. It has things for homemakers, homesteaders, people who love holistic things, people who need some mom encouragement, people who need some parenting advice, some financial advice. Uh, there's even some things in there for husbands that husbands would glean. I know we have one man that wrote one article in there. I don't know him personally or anything, but I know that he did write something for that. So really it's for everybody, I really would say. What other questions? Y'all throw some at me. And it can be non-bundle related. Where did I get my bed frame? That is always the big question. We had it made by someone locally. So sorry. I can't give you a link for that. Liz says her little girl is the same. I guess you're talking about wanting to do school all the time. It's so sweet. My oldest was kind of like that. Like he loves to learn. My second, not so much. He just wants to be done and go play outside, which I'm totally fine with. But sometimes it can get hard. You're like, no, you have to sit and you do have to finish school today. But it's so funny how God made them all so different. But he actually is, even though he doesn't like to sit for long periods of time and do school, he's probably my most creative one. And he's definitely really smart, but he just learns in a completely different way. Like public school would not ever work for him because he cannot sit still for long periods of time. I don't think he has ADHD or anything, but he's just a boy. Like he's an active boy and he loves to just run and go and do and play, do things with his hands. And so if I were to tell him, sit there for 8 hours and just do school, like it would be horrible. It would kill him. So I'm so thankful that we are able to homeschool, especially him. All right, guys, I have been on here a while. Do I do any incentive for finished work? Okay, so I guess you mean like if they get their schoolwork done, do they have an incentive? They get a piece of candy. Yes, we do. And have we had more cavities this year? Yes, we have. But was it worth it? Yeah, it was worth it. No, it is an incentive, especially for the one I was telling you where he doesn't like love to do school. It's a big incentive for him. He knows he gets a piece of candy. And also with him, we keep lessons timed. So I have a timer and I say, okay, we're going to do All About Reading for 20 minutes. He knows there's a light at the end of the tunnel. So he does so much better that way. That has really been a big trick that we started this year that's really helped him a lot. But yeah, some days I will let them play outside. Like they have to finish their chores and then they can go play outside. That's kind of their incentive, I guess, to get school done quickly because they know if they don't get school done quickly, they don't get their outside time. Like they don't get to do like their free time and all of that. So we have done in the past like TV time. We're not doing that right now. Oh, okay. This one says, any suggestions to encourage my husband to lead spiritually? He still spends hours upon hours watching sports, never reads the Bible with family or devotions. That is really hard. I'm really sorry you're going through that. My biggest suggestion is just to pray for him. Like, I mean, obviously sit down with him and talk. If you have the kind of relationship with him where you think he would receive that, then sit down and talk to him about it. Say, this is how I feel, especially if he's a believer. Like if he's a believer, like he is called to do that. Like it's biblical for the man needs to be the leader and lead his home spiritually. It's like that is what he's supposed to do. So if he is a believer, you need to sit down with him maybe and in love and so much love and gentleness, you need to say, this is what the Bible says. and then just say, I would love to see you do this for our family. Do you feel like it's something you could do? And not come out and being like, you aren't doing this and you aren't doing that. Like, that's not going to be productive at all. But if he's not a believer and he's not in a place where you can talk to him about that, then definitely pray. I mean, either way, you need to be praying, because I've seen the Lord change hearts on this so quickly. And I know that he can change his heart. And so you just have to keep on praying and keep on believing and keep on being that example to him. Make sure he sees you reading your Bible and you trying to do some devotions with your kids and things like that. And that will hopefully help him step up and want to lead your family. Get the bundle and read. There's some good article. I think there's an article. No, I think there's just a video in there about that. I haven't listened to it yet, but I'm going to watch that. But yeah, that's a hard one. Okay, now when I say I'm getting off, everybody's sending questions. Do I use any online or computer lessons? I guess you're talking about for homeschool. No, well, do I? No, we did math with an app for 1 year, and I did not love it that much. I just felt like he was missing some things. I just felt like he's super gifted in math, and it was he wasn't writing it out, and I just felt like how do you really learn math well without writing it out? I just couldn't see that there, but I really think we will probably go back to that program at some point because it is really easy. And I know we may get in seasons of life where I cannot teach math and help in that area, and we need that. So right now we don't. Gabe's 5th grade math does have a video lesson. So he scans a QR code with our homeschool tablet, and he watches his math lesson from that. But that's really the only like lesson we do online. Yeah, fasting, that's a good suggestion as well. Fast for your husband. Yes. Yeah, don't argue with him about it. Don't push him. Just allow the Holy Spirit to start working in his heart. And yeah, I'll be praying for you too on that. Okay, I get to trying to homeschool while newly pregnant with baby number 4 and feeling sick all day. Oh my goodness, Allie. I can relate to this so much. That was so hard. Oh my goodness. You just take it one day at a time is my suggestion. And you just keep your expectations really low in this season. Really, I would say all of this year and all of next year, because next year you're going to have a newborn. And so don't come into the year being like, we're going to do this and this and this and this. Like, just focus on your core subjects and maybe one extra thing, and like let that be it and be okay with that in this season, because you need rest right now, and when the baby comes, the baby's going to need lots of attention, and you're just not going to have the time for all this extra homeschool stuff. So don't beat yourself up about that, and don't be too hard on yourself, because that was me. I was like trying to do all the things and had a newborn and 3 other kids, and I just really got into a really bad place. Like, I got pretty depressed for a while, and this was because I was just so overwhelmed. And so I was like, I can't do anything right. So I'm just going to lay here and not do anything. It was a really bad season of life for me for probably good 2 months. I really struggled with that. But the Lord is so gracious, and he brought me through that. And you just have to keep on getting up every day and putting one foot in front of the other, trusting him, giving him your day, not trying to control your day, just giving it to him and letting him control your day, control your homeschool, control your home. And I will be praying for you. I know that that's a really hard season. Okay. Yes. Okay. Someone else said to that one girl to get in a Bible believing church. Men need fellowship and leadership from other men who are more spiritually mature. I totally agree with that. Not just men, everyone. Everyone needs a community. Do not forsake the gathering of the saints, is what the Bible says. We all need to be in community with one another. We were meant and built and made for community, and it's so important, especially for men who are trying to lead their families. Y'all are encouraging each other. It's so sweet. I love you guys. Y'all are so kind to one another. Good. Okay, he is in a men's discipleship. Okay. I think that's all the questions. All right, guys, I'm going to hop off. It's 9:00. Thank you guys so much for being on here. It was fun to get to chat with you and talk to you guys for a little bit. I hope that you all have a great night. Hopefully I can save this. So if you need to come and rewatch it, but I don't know because I have no idea what I'm doing. So we'll see. But I hope you all have a great night. Thanks for coming, and I'll see you later. Bye, guys.